Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to my review of the comfort seat for the Honda XL 750 Transalp. This is my wife's bike. She's owned it for 2 years. She always found the standard seat okay, but after around sort of 3-4 hours, it did start to make her a little bit sore and uncomfortable. The main spot was down the kind of edge of the seat. It used to dig in a little bit to her leg. I think it's because the standard seat is just too soft, so you end up kind of sinking down and hitting the harder areas of the seat, whereas this one is much firmer. So it's still very comfortable. There's still a nice kind of, amount of give in it, but nowhere near as much as the standard seat. There is a minuscule, a tiny amount of height gain. Nothing that actually affected her getting her feet down. She still felt comfortable and confident on the bike. Um, so I would definitely recommend it. I mean, I know it's a subjective thing, but personally, I think it's an extremely good looking seat as well, especially being on the black bike. It doesn't look like a kind of add-on or an extra. It just looks like a standard seat to me. You wouldn't particularly notice that it's not a standard one. But the red stitching just sets it off lovely, and the little Honda badge at the back. The rear of the seat is a very slightly different material to the main sort of rider area, but it just looks and feels lovely. We tested it today for around 3 hours, and yeah, she did notice a huge improvement. That's normally the time when she starts to get uncomfortable on the standard one, but on this one, absolutely fine. The cost, I personally think this is an absolute bargain. I mean, we all know how much Honda love to charge for parts, especially aftermarket and add-on parts. Well, that seat is only £155. I didn't buy it from Honda. I bought it from Rugged Roads, who were really good and got it out to me for next day delivery, because I bought the seat for my wife for her birthday, because it was her birthday yesterday. And being a bloke, I didn't order it until 2 days beforehand. So they did get it out to me for the day before her birthday, which was really good of them. Um, so yeah, I mean, £155 for a comfort seat to me is an absolute bargain, because I mean, I've said before in one of my previous videos that exhaust guard on my Africa Twin, just that guard is £533. So for an entire seat to be 155 to me is really good value for money, and it does make a huge difference in the comfort of the bike. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, I highly recommend it. The only minor downside was actually getting it into position properly, because you've got the little tab underneath that slots in to the seat. That was a little bit stiff. It took a couple of goes to actually get that in place, and I had to press down quite hard on there whilst I pushed the seat forward for that to slot in. But once it's in, it's in, and I'm sure it will be, it will wear out a little bit if you keep on taking the seat off. Not that we tend to that often at all. But yeah, I mean, I know it's my wife's bike, but I actually think it is a really good looking bike, especially with that seat on it. I mean, when I first saw the press release photos, I know I'm going off subject here, but when I first saw the press release photos of the Transalp, I was so disappointed. I really was. And the press release photos weren't very flattering either. But yeah, with a few little decals around the rims and a few little add-ons, I do think it's a very attractive bike. I actually prefer it to the look of my Africa Twin now. But yeah, anyway, off subject. So yeah, I hope you found that relatively helpful or informative. If you have, then feel free to click like and comment and do whatever you lot do. And if not, I hope to see you soon. You take care. Bye bye.